Indeed, it looks like that we are live. So welcome everybody to the 57th day of our EFT Emotional Freedom Technique tapping journey, where we've been tapping on stress, anxiety, fear, worry, overwhelmment, frustration, anger, and all the other negative emotions, or perhaps physical pain that we have been struggling with during these difficult times of pandemic. Today's day 57. We are end of week 12. And on Monday, the government has introduced a significant ease to the lockdown, whereby those working in non-essential retail are returning back to work. We are returning slowly but surely to a new form of normality, and that is the reason why we are completing our tapping journey today. So welcome to the final session of the EFT Emotional Freedom Technique journey. For everybody who is new in joining us, welcome. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach. I'm a leadership coach. I've been leading these emotional freedom technique sessions because I'm on the mission to empower people just like you to keep mentally and spiritually safe in these trying times, but also thereafter. I'm also the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom, where we do just that outside of these sessions too. So why emotional freedom technique? I explain it for everybody who is new in joining us. I kickstart a session every morning in this way to make sure that everybody understands why EFT is so incredibly powerful and useful for us. So emotional freedom technique brings together two worlds. It brings together the ancient Chinese acupressure world and the modern psychology world. The ancient Chinese acupressure is where we apply pressure with our fingertips, acupressure on certain meridian points on our body. And all this in order to experience relief fast. That is the key of emotional freedom technique, that we experience relief fast. And in fact, research has proven over and over again that within the matter of minutes, we can experience a cortisol drop, the stress hormone drop, by more than 40%, and that is just incredible. And by us tapping together jointly from a mass conscious perspective, we are only amplifying the benefits to all of us, for everybody joining in. So well done for having been part of this journey. So we're tapping on meridian points, and the meridian points being the end points of our meridian lines, which is the energy network within our body. You see, when we have emotional pain, when we suffer emotionally or physically, with pain, physical pain is at the end of the day only, so to speak, it's a direct link to the emotional, unaddressed emotional suffering. So when we suffer emotionally or physically, we can literally measure the energy blockages within our meridian lines, the energy network, and through us applying acupressure on certain meridian points, we are releasing the blockages and we're allowing the energy to flow again. In a moment, I will be showing you what the meridian points are, so make sure that your hands are clean, because we will be also touching our face, and obviously hygiene is still of utmost importance. Now, there's a second world to emotional freedom technique. It's the world of the modern psychology, where we take a moment to check in with ourselves honestly, something we don't usually do. We usually run away from anything or everything which is painful for us. We don't like looking at emotional pain. We have been trained in this way, in a way by society, to press on, to push on, to pursue our goals, to just keep going without taking a moment to acknowledge if we suffer emotionally, to acknowledge the fear, the worry, the anger, the anxiety, the stress that we may be feeling. And by acknowledging, I don't mean dwelling on negativity. It's quite the opposite, because we feel them. They are in a way a part of us. And by acknowledging, I mean showing up compassionately for yourself and listening and acknowledging them being there in the same way, in the same empathetic way you would show up for a friend who is in need. So by talking to yourself, by acknowledging in your own words, by describing what is going on within you, by acknowledging the emotional pain or the physical pain, we're finding relief. And that in combination with the tapping offers us relief fast and can heal long-lasting emotional pain or physical pain also very fast. So there are the two worlds, and why emotional freedom technique right now in these difficult and trying times. You see, the emotional freedom technique part, it's incredible because it allows us to find relief fast, and I keep emphasizing this, but relief which for therapy may take months or even years to find, EFT has the potential to offer us the same relief within the matter of minutes. So why right now? You see, right now in this pandemic, and most of us have been living our lives in a fear-driven way for much longer than right now, in the past 12 plus weeks. But the pandemic is causing a lot of us fear. It's causing a lot of sense of uncertainty, a lack of control. And uncertainty and lack of control make us feel in danger. They make us feel fearful. They trigger all sorts of fear reaction. The fear of not knowing what is going to happen, the fear of financial insecurity, the fear of job loss, the fear of one's health, of one's family health, the fear of the economy. Looking at the news and watching the news every day, allowing us to know, to observe the reality on a global level, only amplifies that fear of uncertainty. And us feeling fear equals us feeling in danger. And when we feel in danger, we send certain danger signals to our brain. And the primary function of our brain is to keep us safe, to protect us from danger. That's its primary function. Our brain is a 2-million-year-old brain, and that is still its primary function. In case you wondered, surely the brain's primary function must be to keep me happy. That's not the case. That's your job. To make you happy and to keep you happy, that's your job. The brain's primary function is to make you survive, to protect you. So imagine way back when we're still chased by tigers and lions, being faced with this imminent danger of the physical threat. Obviously, we're observing with our senses what is going on. We're facing the physical danger. Now we are sending these danger signals to our brain. And there is a part of our brain called the amygdala, the fight or flight center, which is always vigilantly looking out for danger to protect us. And how does it do that? By firing a chemical mix, a chemical cocktail into our system consisting of cortisol, the stress hormone, adrenaline, endorphins, which make our body react. I'm sure you have found yourself sometime in your life in physical danger. What happened? Our heart rate increases, our heart starts pumping blood faster through our system, making sure that our muscles get enough blood. We start breathing faster, oxygenizing the blood more. We start sweating a lot, so we are really getting ready for the physical attack or for fleeing. Now fast forward to today. Of course, we are still exposed from time to time to physical danger, and if we suffer from anxiety or panic attacks, we also get this stress response, this incredible response. But more often than not, this danger, and that is also what anxiety attacks are all about. The danger doesn't come in the physical form, but it comes in the form of emotional fear, of emotional uncertainty, emotional danger. So by us observing what is going on in the world, by us feeling uncertain, by us feeling fearful, we are sending danger signals to our brain, and our brain responds correspondingly. We may not have the full-blown physical response, but our brain is still sending those chemicals into our systems, which are making us ready to fight or flight should we need it. Now, of course, if we experience a panic attack, then we get the full-blown reaction. So as you can imagine, and I'm sure you will agree that most of us live in this fear-driven way, or have been living in this fear-driven way for longer than the past 12, 13, 14 weeks. And the pandemic has only amplified what has been going on for us. So as you can imagine, living in this way is not good for our health. It's not good for our sleep. It's not good for our mental, spiritual well-being, and certainly not good for our immunity. So by tapping, by applying emotional freedom technique, we are taking our power back. Because we are giving ourselves the permission, we are creating a space for ourselves where we just press the reset button, so to speak. Where we allow ourselves, despite what is going on out there, to find some space for us to find peace. Some space for us, create some space for us, some fertile ground for us, where we can just relax, when we give ourselves the permission to relax. And once we stop sending those danger signals, those fear signals to our brain, our bodies know exactly how to restore themselves. Our sleep knows exactly how to repair itself. Our immune system boosts itself, and we start feeling better and have a more joyful experience of life. We start making better decisions, we start having better relationships, we start enjoying work better. So everything just falls into place. And all we have to do, the work we have to do, is to take the time to tap and to acknowledge for ourselves how we are feeling, and to be compassionate and to create this fertile ground so that we can restore and recover and grow from this space. So that's why emotional freedom technique offers us just that. And through us tapping together, we are amplifying the benefits and the relief tapping has to offer for all of us. So everybody who has been joining us throughout this journey, thank you, because you have been not only doing yourself a service, a favor, but you have amplified the benefits we've been all experiencing massively. So thank you for that too. So what are the 9 tapping points we will be focusing on today? We are focusing on the side of our hand right here, also known as the karate chop point. And we are tapping quite firmly 7+ times. Next up, beginning of the eyebrows right here, followed by the side of the eyes, and you can choose to tap on one side or the other because the meridian lines run on both sides of our body. Followed by underneath the eyes, and you can choose to tap with 2, 3 fingers. It's up to you, as long as we get that pressure applied. Underneath the nose, underneath the chin is this crack below the lip right here, followed by the collarbone around 2-3 inches below the collarbone. Underneath the armpit around 4 inches below, as a guide for women where the bra line sits. And to close off the tapping cycle, we will be tapping on top of our head right here, which does look a little bit funny, but it's very effective and closes the tapping cycle off. So as you know, all you have to do is trust the process and repeat after me. But I will be giving you 2 rounds of tapping to acknowledge in your own words what specifically is going on for you, the emotional or physical pain that you might be experiencing, because that is where the power for yourself lies. And to tune in with what is going on for ourselves, let's take jointly a deep breath in through our nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just notice how you feel. Make it your primary attention to tune in with yourself and notice what the dominant negative emotion is that you are feeling right now. And it may be stress, and it may be anxiety, it may be fear, it may be worry, or a sense of overwhelmment, or another emotion. What is it? And where in your body can you feel it most? Or perhaps you are really experiencing physical pain which manifests itself as a headache, as a neck ache, or a shoulder ache. So whether it's emotional or physical pain, how does it feel? Is it a tingling sensation? Is it a form of pressure? Is it a dull pain? Is it a sharp pain? How does it feel? And on an intensity scale between 1 and 10, where 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest, what number of intensity would you give this emotional or physical pain that you are experiencing? And you bring it up right now, I would expect it to be in the region of 5 or above. What is that number? Make sure to remember it or write it down. We will be coming back to it. Now we have identified for ourselves honestly what is going on for us. We can start tapping together. And if there is only one moment in the day where you are completely honest with yourself, let it be this one. Although honesty itself can be initially perceived to be a painful experience, it is incredibly crucial for our own personal growth. So we're starting to tap on this side of our hand right here. Repeat after me, trust the process, relax into the knowing that you can only get it right, and don't forget to breathe. Breathe in and out deeply to breathe through those energy blockages within our meridian lines. Starting off on the side of our hand right here. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, fear, worry, overwhelmment and pain, I am choosing to relax. One more time. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, fear, worry, overwhelmment and pain, I am choosing to relax. And one more time. Even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, fear, worry, overwhelmment and pain, I am choosing to relax. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this emotional pain that I have been feeling, all this physical pain that I have been carrying around. I can feel them in my body. They have been weighing me down. They have been tiring me out. All this pain, all this pain is draining me. All this emotional suffering is draining me. It feels like a heavy dark cloud over me. Which doesn't allow peace and harmony to get through to me. It's been so difficult to have and feel this emotional and physical pain. I am tired of all this emotional suffering. I am tired of all this physical pain. And as we now continue together, I want you to choose your own words to describe your emotional suffering, to describe your physical pain. Just acknowledge what it is, where in your body you feel it and how it feels. Just show up for yourself compassionately as if you would for a good friend. Keep breathing and relax into the knowing that you cannot get it wrong. Starting on the beginning of the eyebrows right here. Choose your own words. Side of the eyes. underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the armpit, on top of the head. You're doing really well. We're doing another round together. And it's okay to be emotional. Beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. And top of our head. Well done. And now we continue together. So again, just repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling all this stress, even though I'm feeling all this anxiety, even though I'm feeling all this emotional pain, and even though I'm feeling all this physical pain, right now I am willing to let them all go. In this very moment, I am giving myself the permission to relax. In this very moment, I'm taking the time for myself. Right now, I am pressing the reset button. And it feels so good to know that my body knows exactly how to restore itself. It feels so good to know that my mental well-being knows exactly how to restore itself too. Right now, no matter what, I'm choosing peace over fear. Right now, I'm allowing harmony, ease and well-being to flow to me and through me. And I can see in my mind's eye how that heavy dark cloud over me is lifting. I can see in my mind's eye how it's dispersing into the nothingness from which it came. And as I'm breathing in deeply, I'm breathing in all the well-being, peace and harmony that I know I deserve. And I know that I deserve an abundance of peace, harmony, ease and well-being. And as I breathe in all this harmony and peace and ease, I am allowing all the cells of my body to fill themselves up. I can feel them responding. I can feel my body responding. And I'm breathing out everything and anything that hasn't been serving me, in exchange for breathing in all the well-being, peace and harmony that is mine. And the more of this exchange I experience, the better I feel. And the more of it I create for everybody else seeking the same. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I forgive myself. I've been doing the best that I can. And I'm proud of myself to learn to recover in this way. I am proud of myself for growing in this wonderful way. I love feeling the peace and harmony and well-being I am surrounded by right now. And I can see in my mind's eye a ball of golden light surrounding me and protecting me. I'm breathing in all the peace and well-being that is mine. And I relax into the knowing that there is an unlimited abundance. Right now, all is well. Right now, I am well. Right now, I'm choosing peace over fear. Right now, I feel good. And I'm setting myself the intention to take this feeling of well-being with me. It feels good to know that I'm able to return to this space anytime that I want. And I'm taking this feeling of well-being, peace, harmony, ease and love with me into this beautiful day and into every other day to follow. I'm grateful for having taken the time to complete this journey. I am well, all is well, and so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. And as you do, just notice the shift. Notice what has changed for you. Notice how you feel right now. And the number of intensity you have given yourself. By how many points has it gone down? So what is it now? I would love to hear from you. What has changed for you? Do let me know in the comments below. I would really love to see what has shifted within the matter of minutes. You see, words can only teach so much, and that's why I'm so keen to allow you to experience EFT, the power of EFT on your own skin. Because by you experiencing it, you will have the desire to want to share it with your friends and family who may be suffering in the same or a similar way. So go ahead, press the share button, allow others to benefit from the knowledge of this beautiful technique, and perhaps you can tap with them together. Let's empower the world in this beautiful way. Really well done for today. Well done for showing up for yourself again. And if you have been completing every session we have been doing, or most of the sessions we have been tapping with, well done. It's the complete of our tapping journey. We've been tapping together for 57 days, 12 weeks. And on Monday, we are experiencing a significant ease of the lockdown, whereby the non-essential retailers here in the UK are opening again, which means that many of the working population are returning back to work, and we are all adjusting ourselves to a new way of normality. So thank you for being part of this tapping journey. Keep spreading the word about tapping. Keep using tapping on an everyday level. It's only of benefit for you, but you have to do the work. Thank you for showing up for yourself in this powerful way. Thank you for wanting to do something about your own emotional suffering, about your own physical suffering, to empower yourself in this way. Thank you for being willing to change, for seeking out this material, and for being part of this wonderful journey. Do let me know in the comments how you found it, and I hope it served you well. Have a great day and a wonderful next chapter. Bye for now.